also aims to test or verify theory. Hence, in these cases, the theoretical framework, as in quantitative efforts, should be identified and discussed early on. Okay, so because I think that if I sent both of them, it would be confuse you. Then it's okay to send for my dear friends only the cases of qualitative inquiry or qualitative theory, and you can manage it in its right way. Yes. So this is the other way for my friends. As I mentioned you, for these students of literature, in a qualitative inquiry, the use of theory and a line of inquiry depends on the natural or nature of the investigation. It means that in which ways are you going to find out your findings, your outcomings of your research. Then you should, friends, for collecting data and analyzing them and findings of the outcomes of our research, we are going just one way. That is librarian way, librarian method. It means that we have no other ways. We should just collect some data from primary sources and secondary sources. And what do we mean by primary and secondary sources? Primary source means that, for example, you are going to choose 2 novels, 2 dramas, some poems, okay, from a writer to investigate. Then the novels themselves, 2 novels or 2 dramas or selected poems would be your primary sources. I'm going to write here. Primary source. Primary source and secondary source. Okay, we need primary source and secondary source. Primary source means the novels which are selected by you to study on them. Okay, the dramas which are selected by you, the poems which are selected by you, the short stories which are selected by you. These are primary sources. For example, as I mentioned you, it is possible and acceptable if you send us some names of important novels. Yes, my dear, yes, I will send them into your group. But, my dear friends, some cases are very much important. Remember these things. Remember these things, my dears. Some, for example, from my own point of view, the novels by Thomas Hardy are okay, are what we say, lovely for me. But for writing on them, case is different, because many people in the world have written many things on these novels, and maybe these novels cannot be the novels for your thesis. because already people have done many things on them. Okay? Because, yeah, I will send into the group. Not here. I will send some novels and some writers for you in the group. Okay? But the case is this, my dears. The famous novels, the famous writers, the famous novels, the famous writers, maybe right now for you cannot be titles, because already people have done many things on them. As I see from your titles, which you are sending to me, you are totally talking. For example, some friends have sent, for example, female individualism, for example, in 20th century poetry. Or, for example, they have the colonialism in 18th century novels. So, my dears, these are not titles. These are not titles, because you know, in, for example, 20th century, how many novels are there which deals with feminism? You cannot study them. You should just select 2 or 3 novels for your thesis, not more than that. For an MA thesis, we need 2 or 3 novels, not more. Sometimes 1 novel is enough. If your variables are 3 or 4, and you think that these variables are available in that novel, sometimes just 1 novel is enough. But in other times, you can select 2 novels, 3 novels, not more than that. Not more than that for MA we need, okay? So, in us, quantity and quality are different things, okay? For English literature students, we need just quality, not quantity. Sometimes a short story, just a short story, which is 10 pages, for example, can be what we say, a case of study. A case of study. For example, Handsomest Strongest Man in the World by Gabriel Garcia. This is just 4 pages, short story. Yeah, that's a short story by Gabriel Garcia, the handsomest, strongest man in the world. Or the last question by Isaac Asimov. It is just 10 pages short story. Or There Will Come Soft Rain by Ray Bradbury. Okay, it is just a short story. But sometimes these short stories really have huge information in them. We can find out many variables in them, and such cases will be enough for us to study on them. Okay, Amal has written that. What about the subject comparative analysis of the themes of war, love, and delusion in postmodern age in a very well to my own students in Iran at my own university already has done this. She has written a thesis on it. Okay, she has completed it. This is okay for your seminar, Amal, but you are not allowed to write for yourself, because already someone has done this. This is okay and good, and these are short stories by Hemingway. Yeah, Age in a Farewell to Arms, and Eye of These are short stories by Hemingway, as I remember, and this is good title. This is good title, my dear friend. But you cannot write anything about it for Jesus because already my student at my own university has done about this title, and you are not allowed to write for your thesis this title because on that case I will give you on that case we will help you, don't worry. But already I mentioned you, my dears, inshallah, after this term you should be writing your proposal and your thesis and your title, okay? After you're still getting approached by Dr. Lack in your university, then you should register your title in the Iran Doc system. Let me write here. Iran Doc Office. Iran Doc Office. Remember, Iran Doc Office, well, it is Iran, not Iran. Iran, sorry. Wrong spelling is there. Iran Doc Office. This one is okay. Iran Doc Office. This office in Iran evaluating the originality of the all students' titles, whether Irani or foreigners, okay, from one. This office should give you a letter. You should register your titles and your names in this office, I mean Iran Doc office. Then these people in this office are going to check the novelty, the originality of your titles. Sometimes maybe your titles would be very much okay, academic and a good title. But if the Iran Doc system, if your supervisor, if your committee members of university find out that this title already has done by someone else, they will reject your title. Okay? And remember, for the seminar case, it's okay. For example, I cannot accept that title for you to write something on it. But for your thesis case, I will reject that because my own students already has written about that title. Yes, Zahra, I was talking to Dr. Saifuri about these things and talking these problems because the students, Iraqi students earlier than you who are starting to write their thesis and these things, they have faced many problems also because they don't know how to register in Iran Doc, in Pajou system, and even for registering your names in Iran Doc system, you will need an Irani mobile number also. You should have Irani mobile number also. So I don't know. Someone should solve these problems for you. I told them we do not need to get any letter from Iran Doc for Iraqi students, but still they say that no, this is the rule, and we should put that letter from Iran Doc along with your proposal and your thesis on the Pajou system, which is there for you. You should register in Pajou system, otherwise you cannot continue your proposal and your title and your thesis case. You cannot choose any supervisor for yourself without registering in پژوهشیار system. But my dear friends, my Iraqi friends, don't worry about these things because Aryan is there, because Alawi is there, because Masum is there. These teachers, I am sure that will help you about this case. As I told you before, we have a group here. They are helping the foreign students to do these things for them because I am sure that you don't know how to. Everything is in Persian. That is why someone in Iran, some people in Iran should give you a hand, should help you. It's okay. Don't worry about this thing. In its right time, inshallah, I will help you, all of you. Yeah, I was talking about secondary and primary sources, my dear friends. As I told you, thank you, Aman. As I told you, that the primary sources we need to read, it means that you should read your selected novels for your study, selected dramas for your study, and other things. And secondary sources means that, my dear friends, what can we use? Can we use the pژوهشیار now, or just we starting writing thesis? Now you cannot use pژوهشیار because, my dear friends, the steps are this. Listen, my friends. The steps for you are this. First, you should write your titles, and then you should send your titles to Dr. Lack in your department, English department of Ulum Tahqiqat, okay? And after approving, listen carefully, I am not going to tell again, because these are so many steps for you. First of all, you should write your titles. Then, if your titles is okay, academic, and there is no problem, you should send these titles to Dr. Lack through WhatsApp. Then, Dr. Lack is going to accept or reject your titles. If he accepts your titles, then you should find out a supervisor for yourself, a supervisor. Then, after finding a supervisor, you should start writing your proposal about your title. And after finishing your proposal, you should send that proposal again to Dr. Lack. Then Dr. Lack is going to evaluate your proposal. And then you are going to start to upload your proposal and your title along with the letter from Iran Doc office into پژوهشیار system. Without that, there is no need to go to پژوهشیار, and it is a little bit hard for you to register in پژوهشیار because all things are in Persian. I did it for my Iraqi students in previous term through someone in Tehran. I asked someone in Tehran to register my Iraqi students, all of my Iraqi students there in pژوهشیار system, and luckily everything went okay with my friends. Okay, Ammar says that, dear sir, we would be grateful if you list the poems in the... Okay, my dear friends. I will, as I told you, out of our official classes, I will let you to have some extra classes about these cases, okay? Because I am sure that you have many problems in these cases and you don't know anything about these steps, sometimes nights, I will send you link to join me there to talk about these things, okay? And if you like me, I can write these steps on a pamphlet and then I will send it to you. Okay, Mortaza says that in fact we are afraid because it is difficult to find a super. Yes, Mortaza, unfortunately, that is a big problem. Really, it's a big problem. No, you cannot, Zahra. You cannot choose a supervisor from Iraq. You can only choose supervisors from Iran, Azad universities, and also remember, my dear friend, you cannot choose any supervisor. Sometimes you should choose any supervisor whose name is there in Pajur system of Azad University. Otherwise, other supervisors, for example, we have many colleagues in other universities, they are supervisors, but they cannot be your supervisors because their names are not there in Pajur system of your university, okay? Then only you can choose those supervisors whose names are there in Azad University Pajur system, because you should select your supervisors in that system, in Pajur system only. That is why you can choose only supervisors from Azad universities or from state universities also, whose names are there in Pajur system. I will talk to you about these things after finishing the semester, inshallah. Yeah, you can select from any other universities. Aynas. You can select from all over the universities which are there in Iran, but the case is this. Sometimes the supervisors' names are not there in Pajur system. You cannot select that supervisor. Okay? But you can select any supervisor from any universities of Iran. But you should take care. The name of that supervisor must be in Pajur system. Whenever you are going to find out supervisor for yourself, the first question is this, to ask from that supervisor, either his or her name is there in Pajur system or not. After this, you can select, okay? I will talk about these things. But let us talk about these steps for writing your proposal, because for your seminar also, Kate, I should give number, mark, and these things. Then we need that one also for your seminar, because if you cannot pass this seminar, then you cannot go to find out any supervisor to write thesis and these things. I know that, Wahab, I know that, but really this is not what we say, my problem, and this is your university problem. They should increase at least the vacancy. For example, I can take only 2 students from Iraq. I can take only 2 students, not more than that. My vacant place are 2 plus. Then I can take only 2 students, not more than that for any term, okay? So they should increase our vacancy. For example, they can allow me to select, to accept, for example, 10 students from Iraq. They can solve these problems in this way, but what should I tell them? They are authorities, and I am only a teacher. This is okay, my dear friends, as I have another class after you. For today is enough. I talked about writing introduction for your proposal. And now those whose titles accepted by me already can start writing their proposal and its introduction part, okay? And its introduction part, because I told you how to write introduction part of your proposal. Thank you very much again for joining me for the seminar class. Hope everything goes well with you. Thank you, my dear. And some friends told me that they are going to record a meeting. You can send them into the group and let me have them. Let me take a photo of this one also. Okay. Okay, my dear friends, any questions?
I'm sorry, sir, but I have a topic about for a seminar topic, but you haven't commented yet. I'm gonna send it again.
Sorry, Barik.
No,
sorry, maybe I couldn't see. If you resend it again for me, yes, I can go through that. Okay, please.
I sent it
because for 2 days I couldn't check my WhatsApp.
It's all fine, sir.
That's why maybe I haven't seen yet. Okay, but I am going to check them, inshallah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, my dears. Thank you. Have a good day and take care of yourself, and happy Ramadan again for my dear.
Thank you, sir. We wish you the best.
Thank you, Doctor. I'm sorry for noises.
Oh my God. Love you, sir. Love you. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are my energy. Thank you.